Hello, here I am. That about. Got it. Good morning. Welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee number 58. No, not 58. 68. Number 68. That's pretty wild. 68 weeks. Who's been here all 68? It's the weekly hangout where we catch up on all the shenanigans that have happened in the week. I find things to talk about somehow, and we have all the happenings that are coming, all the happenings that may not come to pass. With lots for you, and of course it's a nice time for you all to catch up with each other in the comments, which is also lovely. I realise I look that way, but I think afterwards I end up looking that way. So I hope you're all well. How are you doing? There's quite a chunk of you there, which is very nice to see. I'm alive, as you can see, which is always a bonus. I am wearing what I slept in, but I've put my jacket on to look a bit cooler. I got up about 20 minutes ago. So I've come down here and what's going on over there? That's gone pretty sideways. That's kind of cool. Sideways look. So yeah, you've got a sleepy Annie today, but a positive sleepy Annie, so that is good. Yes, and to reiterate, I am alive. This is some proof. No one can dispute this, that I am alive. The preferred state for an Annie. So if you have been living under a rock, which I don't blame anyone for doing at the moment, you will have noticed that I'm pressing this button. There we go. I want to do that again. Got little notifications like, oh, they're distracting. So unless you've been living under a rock, then you will have not. Then you will be aware that I've been very poorly and I've been away, and this has all been rubbish. But I'm a lot better. I feel like I'm getting a bit better each day now, which is very good. I had an experiment yesterday, and I'll just check. I am plugged in. Yeah, I think it's Simon's computer. Let me know if you're all getting dodgy bufferings and stuff. Yes, yesterday I didn't take any painkillers at all. And I haven't today yet. And I feel fine. I just feel knackered, but it's because I haven't been doing much, obviously. So I've had the last 2 days, I have been not full speed, but pretty near to full speed ahead doing Basquido thingamies. So that's a knackered Annie. And I'm just getting back to it, and I'm being tired because of that. It's Gregor! There he is! It's my fellow. So again, just keep reiterating that I am not better. I still can't see properly, so I need to get that sorted. There's stuff in my eyes, basically, but I can see the majority of things, and my brain's just started cancelling it out now. But yeah, I should sort that out. And I'm still very light sensitive as well. Oh, now I'm looking at Greg. Oh, he's so cute. But yeah, I'm pretty much getting back there. Maybe 80% Annie, which consider 100% Annie is dangerous. So 80's quite a good. What's the word? Compromise. Yes, I can see pigs. Look at him, he's so beautiful. He watched A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood with me last night and had a little snooze under the blanket. He's so cute. And so I put him in the little spoon position. He goes there, and then he eats for a bit, then he grumbles for a bit, and then he falls asleep. And because he's what's it? Because of his arthritis, he likes the body heat. So now I put a little blanket over both of us. So he just kind of has a little snooze. So I was watching a lovely film with a little sleepy Greg, because he is like a little dog. I can hear him growling around. It's been intimidating. So actually, I do have bad Squiddo news this week. Woo! Pretty cool. But I haven't got any notes, so you'll just have to put up with me going, who knows? Got all sorts of news. Where shall I start? Oh yeah, if the light's not as good, it's because I've still not got big lights on me. So I'm now afraid of going back to where it was, because it's still there. Like, it might be awoken. So everything's just a bit calmer, maybe. The beginning is a good place to start, but I can't remember the week in order, so I'm just going to talk and say some things, which is what I do every week, and you keep coming back, so it's good. So we got a big plastic box restock, which may be the last time before Christmas. I'm hoping we'll be allowed one a bit later next month, but that's why I got quite a large one, because the distributors get very busy now, so it can get a bit hectic. So I've managed to get a chunk of stuff in. So all the plastic boxes have been restocked, and what's it? I don't get distracted. all the plastic boxes have been restocked. Those skellies came. I bought loads of the skellies, and I bought loads of the spiders. And the skellies, I was pretty chuffed, all sold out in 24 hours, and that was really cool. And I was like, still got it, because I don't sell much of other people's stuff anymore. So when I was like, boom, sold out, and then one of you said, oh no, I've missed it. So I had a box for myself. I was like, I will not give my box away. I will not sell my box. I will not sell my box. And I went, oh, he's going to paint his, and mine are going to sit on the side, clearly. So he struck a deal. But so I clipped off one of his. Oh, I could show you, actually. Shuffle my pajamas away. Give me a sec. So you didn't see any pajamas at all. So the deal was struck up that I was allowed to steal one of the skeletons. I don't know why I'm getting it out to show you, because it's not going to focus, is it? But I'll just show you on the pop then. There he is. I've got my one skelly. And then maybe I'll be allowed a treat. If I paint one up, maybe I'll allow myself a box. I'm like, there's your task, Annie. Paint one. Just paint one. I'm so far out the hobby. So one will be cool. It'll be better, actually, than me just going straight to batch painting, because I can have fun with one of them. So cool. But yeah, they're exciting, and it meant that because I was able to open a box, I got to have a proper look at them too. They're just really nice. So it's good that I've sold out, but also, oh no, I should have got more. So I don't know when I'll be able to get some more in. So sorry about that if you were late to the party. So plastic boxes have been restocked. Tufts, I will be putting a tuft order in shortly, I think, to get loads and loads more tufts. Simon is going to have to go. Oh, sorry, Simon. See you next week and in the chat. What was I going to say? Yes, what I missed earlier, Mike Anderson, who did the Old Dwarfs for GW. Yes, that is him who has sculpted the skellies. And he is ace and a lovely guy, and one of the locals around here as well. So he's ace, and he's one of them that I'm like, damn you, North Star. Because he's a North Star sculptor now, so I'm not allowed him. But he's very good. Trying to find those XGW people that have got the plastic skills. Yeah, he's ace. Sorry, I'm very tired today. I'm also distracted by pigs and the chat. Hello, Carol. Carol's here. And yeah, he's got a personal interest in the Bronze Age sort of skelly stuff, and he's wanted to do that for a long time, so that's extra good. He's also the same guy who did all those halflings for Westphalia as well. He's a very good sculptor, and yeah, very cool, too cool. What else have we got? I've colour coded my hair with the sofa. I did think about putting a contrasting colour so you can see how cool it is. I think Blue Annie is a different Annie to Red Annie. Maybe the dye has gone into my brain, man. Yeah, that was when I started getting better, actually. So that stuff sorted. What else happened? Tuesday, a huge amount of casts arrived. Huge. So I had loads of metal and loads of resin. Yeah, there's Carol. Not Carol, Karen. And then I didn't look into them. I think it was this week. I don't even know. Oh, it was Friday. Friday they arrived, maybe. Well, Friday? No, it was Tuesday. I don't know. But I hadn't opened them because I just thought, right, there they are. They're in a pile. And then when I actually had opened, I was like, "Whoa! The casters have been amazing. They got loads of casts ready that I didn't think would be ready yet, but they were like, bang, surprise!" So they got a phone call of like, "How do you do that? How do you do that? That's so cool!" So I got loads of new releases. I'm not actually ready to release some of them yet, so you're gonna have to wait. I can't. If I tell you what they are, then you'll get. Then people go, I'll wait till those ones come out before I make an order. Like, no, there'll always be new cool things. Put the order in now, please. You can wait forever and ever. So there's those cool things. I can tell you what some of them are. Some of them, we had the busts, so the 1/10 scale busts. They've been out of production for ages. So these are some of the last things that have in the switch over where I've got new. I keep calling them my new casters, and they're not. I think it's been 3 years now. It's been over 3 years, yeah. But we're still doing a catch up of some of the stuff that other casters might have had, and gradually getting it all over to them. So the last ones, which have been out of production, have been those busts. And I love the busts, and it's made me sad that they've been out of production for ages, but they're finally back, and they're even better. If that was possible, they're even better than they were before. So we've got Amy Johnson, Alexandra Samenchenko, yes, and Fulan Devi. They are 3 wicked women from history, which you should look up, and then reading about them will make you want to paint them, in theory. Yes, totally, you should do that. And they're just lovely. The bust project, I want to get bigger, but they never sell obviously as much as the 28mm minis, because I'm not a bust company, so people don't come to me looking for it. So it's that sort of catch-22 where if I make some more bust, the bust community will get more aware, but then I've got to spend money on busts that I'm not spending on more 28mm things. So that's why I extra appreciate if you can, I'm moving about, cool, strange creature. I extra appreciate if you can share those sort of posts around bust groups, because it's not my world very much. So thank you. Oh, we've got Marjorie the Crone as well. She's not a historical figure, but it was one where my sculptor just made her, and I went, I need her. She's cool. So they're back, and the ogres are back. Nobody knows that yet, but you all know now. So those ogres that have been out of production for ages and ages and ages, they're all back. Hyacinth, Sasha, and Olive. And they're very cool. And they're big ogres as well. I need to do some more posts showing off the size, because they're about that tall. So they're as big as some people use giants. Obviously, the scale of giants, because of GW, is now so skewed. Who knows? But I know like how some people like using dragons that are about this big, and others like the. So yeah, it's just handy to know. If you go for that sort of smaller old hammered scale, then my ogres are giant-sized. They're just really characterful. I love them. They're by Mr. Phil Hines. And I always meant to do some more of those as well. But that sort of got on pause as they were out of production. And again, the casters that we use are the Besterers. So anything that's been re-released is going to be even better than it was before. So bear that in mind. So that's out. The ogres. What else did they bring back? Sure, I had loads. There's 3 new packs of Ristles, which I'm pretty sure I'll release next week. I need to have a proper look at a schedule. But prepare for next Friday. Oh, which might be the end of the month as well. That's when people get paid. Payday. So payday surprise next Friday. Yes, that's what we'll do. Get those queens ready. So we've got that. We've got a new Baggy the Bag miniature, which is not new. He was sculpted ages and ages and ages ago and never got put into production. And I was digging through my greens. throw that to the casters. And they went, here, have a big box of him. Like, oh, cool. He's Jabba the Hutt baggy. With a Squiddo in a bikini, yes, by Darren Edwards, who's done our other larger baggies. So that's going to be very fun. So that Jabba Babba Hutt, maybe. There we go. They're all coming now. Baggy the Hutt. So that's very funny. Yeah, what else? Just a massive restock. So the Soviet stock was very low. That's all back up. Yesterday, I had a couple of people in on another blister packing and packaging spree. And thank you very much to those people, because that made such a difference. So the week's been a mixture of me taking it easy, then doing like a little blast of some stuff, or doing a few hours. Friday, I thought I did a bit too much Friday, and I was worried about Saturday. And then I did a bit too much Saturday, but they were both successes, so that's good. As in, it was worth it. I've caught up on everything. Well, pretty much everything. There's still loads of things to catch up, but all the urgent fires basically have been sorted. So we had 60 kilos of metal that's now all in blister packs, or the hangy packs with the pictures on for mail order, all up on the wall on racks, not just random bags of metal, because that just gets so chaotic. That's when I end up double ordering things, because I'm like, I don't have any of this, I'll order some. And then I'll be like, what's that? Oh, oh, that's a bag of those. I guess I have a lot of those now. And that sort of thing. So getting back organised. The office was an absolute fire hazard, just with boxes everywhere. That and all the North Star boxes, and me having to navigate across whilst not being able to see very well, was an accident waiting to happen. So I've tidied all of that up. So I'm very happy about that. So I'm feeling really positive of it, that we're kind of getting there now, especially after being so ill. It's been a month, and just getting more stuff together. Again, I might just suddenly get worse again, but I've got a bit more structure in place as well, so that's ace. But yeah, thank you, or anyone who's helped doing this, even you lot sending me nice messages. And I'm just messing about my tea there. Sending nice messages, sending books, sending hay. Yes, the pigs were very happy with the hay. It's very good. Now, I haven't actually had a sip today, so I'll show you. I have this mug, the wheat mug. Very fitting. Oh, another of Barbara's fancy American teas. So it's the one that kind of goes blue, but this is my second go at it, so it's not got as much blue on it now. Because I try and get my money's worth out of them. So yes, this is a very nice, it's called like blue jazz or something. It's very nice, a very nice tea. So, do you have any bubble wrap left for popping? No. I did a live early in the week on the Facebook page, and it went a bit weird. And afterwards, I thought, they always go a bit weird. People still watch my stuff, but I've got behind the screen that's still there loads of painted minis, Bristol minis from painting nights, which I did a little tour around on cam, and they're going to be photographed. I just looked at it. It is a sunny day. I've been waiting for a sunny day. I can do it today. No, I'm not. I'm having the day off. I'm resting today. I'm not photographing. But here's a little sneak peek. It's a hammock. These are all out. This is all painted versions of things that are out now. So even more incentive to go on the website and have a look and see what you've actually missed, because there's been loads. Yeah, some smooth jazz. Then you need Sergio. So I'm caught up on orders. There was a cool moment yesterday. I went, boom, caught up. When I get in the zone, I can be quite a beast at getting those orders out. And there were a lot. So thank you. Thank you everyone who placed orders, not knowing if I would die before I could fulfill it. But thinking she probably won't. So they're all gone. They're all out. They're all out and on their way. Some that are waiting for tracking. You get the tracking on Monday, because that's when I get the tracking. So if you've got a tracked one on the way, but no tracking number, have a look. Tomorrow afternoon is when you'll receive. So The order slate is clean. So it would be awful if people placed orders and gave me more orders to do. Why I order? Grr. Place more orders. Go on, I dare you. I dare you. It's a good time to put orders in, aside from the fact that it's always a good time to put orders in, and I'm shameless. But now it still gets you a good chance. Well, if you're worldwide, it's a good chance of arriving in time for Christmas. Christmas/Brexit/ the end of the year. So if you're anywhere in the world, you can still get stuff in time. I tend to say like now-ish is the time if you're America, or a far-flung country as such, to really, if you're serious about it arriving, to get it in now. If you get the tracked versions, they're actually a bit faster, but again, everything's got extra time added onto it now because of pandemics and all that shenanigans. I think some companies are using it as an excuse to be a bit rubbish too. So yeah, get those orders in. Also, I don't know what's happening with Brexit in the new year. I'm keeping my eye on it. It's going to be a bit more faff, obviously. So if in doubt and there's something you definitely want, it's always a good idea to get it now, because it might, if you buy it the end of December, it may end up costing you way more like a week later in January. So I don't know exactly yet. And nobody knows. So the stuff that we do know, I've been starting to put in place. But yeah, I understand if you want to get some stuff in before that, especially if you want to do big orders, because that's the ones where it might arrive and get taxed to hell. So if you want to pick up a Shield Maiden army or a Soviet army or anything like that, or all the busts, all the terrain, then you should go do that. And also just end of the year. So even if it's not just Christmas, if you just want stuff by the end of the year, because a lot of people have time off then and you want to do some hobby projects, you can get those in. Felicity says there's a squirrel that's been scurrying around my garden all morning. Should I take this as a sign that I need to order Bad Squiddo squirrels? Excellent, my squirrel arrived. I prayed to the squirrel gods to send a sign to you. So yes, it has worked. Terence, he is called, that squirrel. He says, yes, you need some large mutated Bristol squirrels. What other news have we got? We've got all these painting things. Painting nights have got a massive million things to get on with as well, keeping them busy. There's more sculpts on the Wii. John Morris will be sending me a bunch of his stuff. I was going to show you on my phone, but I haven't got it on my phone. He's finished the Red Cross nurses, and they're going to be in a batch. The batch of stuff he's been painting for a while, so he's going to get that shipped next week. Because his pictures aren't that great. I don't know if he watches these. So I'll take some fresh photos of all those as well, because there's quite a lot in that bundle, and they are lovely. Got Andrew Taylor doing some of my fantasy figures, because there's going to be quite a lot of those. That's going to have to be next year. But again, like, obviously don't go too much into the old politics, because obviously, although I do go into stuff that people call politics, it isn't, like people's right to live and all that. But I'm obviously not a fan of Brexit. It's not really a surprise. Most small business owners aren't. But I can't do anything about it. So if I see overly positive or blasé, it's not that I'm absolutely terrified, because obviously I am, but I can't do anything about it. And I like to see a problem and make a solution. So it's happening. How can I solve this? So I'm pretty confident that I'm ace. That's Squiddo's ace, and we're an ace team. So whatever sort of gets thrown at us in January, whatever weird rules and legislation and stuff like that, we'll manage, because that's what we do. If we think about all the things we've managed through so far, I've got a text, I bet it's from my mum, because she still hasn't figured it out. She still hasn't. Why haven't you got a YouTube account yet, Mum? Got my little personal comment section there. Yeah, and on that politics or not politics subject, it was Trans Day of Remembrance a few days ago, and I didn't put a post up, and I do every year, and it wasn't out of any sort of reason. I just thought I'll put a post up later on when I've got some time, and then I didn't. If I might put one up later, even though it's late, it's still nice to just put a little recognition up there. Because yeah, that's what I do. So yeah, that kind of sucks. I don't know what to say. Yeah, it just sucks that there has to be a Trans Day of Remembrance, basically. So it's if you're not aware of it, it's an annual thing of just remembering transgender people that have died this year, usually for crappy reasons, just related to people being rubbish. And it's a nice reminder. It's terrible. It's me talking on the spot. Never good. I want to put a post up that was hammering in that. Obviously, when I put this up every year, I always think, am I going to get some like horrible comments on here? Because anything like that, I'm like, right, I am in the comments. I am watching, and people are fine. But it's like they're always fine when it's something extreme, like people dying. So it's generally socially unacceptable to be anything other than sympathetic about things like that. But then the smaller issues which lead to that are the ones which people will be more blasé about or not care or be abusive. So the things that lead up to that final point is where that's where you need to take the action, basically. So people think it's all this mystery at the end. They're like, oh, that's a mystery. Why has all this happened? And they're like, because of these smaller things that accumulate over time. So I wanted to somehow put that into a post. And you know what I'm like? I'm really good at getting words into order. So rather than there's quite a good bit of chat about it on Twitter. Just to people in general, actually, recently, some of the Twitter dramas, and it was what was it? About people saying, oh yes, we're always here for X and Y and all that, but then they're tolerating stuff. So they're tolerating, people coming to gaming club and making some stupid edgy joke or whatever, which isn't funny, which is against however many different so cute, marginalized sort of people, and that people go, yeah, and sort of let it slide. That's where the action needs to really be taking place, just to stop that and go, no, that's not acceptable. Get out, sort it out, get out of our club. And that's what people are sometimes more afraid to do because it seems smaller. So yeah, that was my little soapbox. Hopefully that makes sense. What have I got there? Yes, small rivers lead to mighty floods. And Gregor definitely agrees. He's in a very large position there. He looks smaller this time of the year because the others get fluffier, so they get larger than him. And he gets a bit confused, I think. So why are they suddenly so large? And then in the spring, he'll get shaved back down again. He's like, phew, those massive creatures have gone. I've been generally behind in all the social media posts. Facebook's so crap at the moment. It changes all the time what the optimum post level is. And it's currently 1 post a day. And then I don't post because I think, I might have a more urgent thing to post later. And then I've used up my post. And then I don't. So I'm just going to schedule a bunch on the buffer. So at least something goes up. I think I can get away with 2. Because the more you post, the less it shows people. If you do 1 post, they're more likely to see it. 2 you can kind of get away with. Anymore, just nobody sees them, so there's no point. Just so rubbish. Carol says Facebook is always craps. Carol's banned again. Carol's always getting banned now. I'm very, very impressed. You can join my Facebook banned people club. Can you hear that squeeping? That's Nini. Oh, no, it's not. It's Greg. Oh, he's squeeping and growling. What we got? Yes, I've missed you on Facebook, Katie, but I don't blame you for going away. It's Nini. Yeah, you can hear them. It's so weird. Because he starts and then the others start squeaking back. They haven't had their breakfast veg today. A ballad of Facebook jail. So what about Squiddos have we got? What else has been going on? Mostly just me catching up, starting to get through some of the emails that were there. Placating everyone that was angry at me. I got a bit angry earlier in the week, but I got over it. Just had a lot of people. It was only a few people, but it feels like a lot. Where it's like, oh, sorry to hear you're in hospital, but this is an outrage. Why haven't you done my thing? I'm like, I'm getting to it. I'm getting it, please. Jazz joined Twitter because Facebook banned me, then my Facebook ban ended and I got a Twitter ban. Never got a Twitter ban. It's surprising. Yeah, Katie, I totally understand wanting to step away from all of that. I mostly just look in meme groups now. And Baggy's Cave, of course, the best place on the internet. Yes. If you've not, for some reason you're not aware of it, Baggy's Cave is our group on Facebook, which is full of this side, isn't it? Full of all these lovely people. So yes, you should do that because it's lovely. Hello, Bruce. Yes, I saw that you were dark on social medias. I hope you are doing excellent. Yeah, it's very easy to scroll through social media and just see all the awful, which is what I was doing. The good thing about being ill is it stopped me doing it so much now, and I'm out of the habit. And what's it? Out of the habit. I got out of the habit of obsessively following news as well. I'm still checking in just to make sure that the bomb's not out to destroy the world, but I'm still having a little look. But I'm not obsessively reading through, which is also good. Yes, Nini. They all had their MOTs earlier in the week. They're all very well behaved. Even Nini. She's bizarre. She's a weasel. She's the hardest one to clip the nails off because she just moves. She just tries to. She's like, woo, woo. Well, let me clip your nails. And you've got to hold the scissors. So you get the circular scissor things. So you get it just in place to get the nail, and then she'll go, woo! I nearly clipped. Because they're most animals, they have the blood in the nail, so you get the end and it's fine. If you go too far, then they just start bursting blood everywhere. And it's quite traumatic. So yeah, they just move along. And so she's the worst for that, because she's always lunging around. I'm like, I've got this shear on you. I'm trying to clip the hair, and she'll suddenly move her leg in between the scissors. And I'm, woo. What else have I got? I thought I had lots to say today. What's going on in the comments there? Good morning, housemate. Has the world ended? Not today, Annie. Back to bed. I'm definitely going to chill out today. I want to do this yawning. What was I going to do online? I was going to do a bit of online work. Forgot. I've been watching, talking of housemate, under his instruction, I have to watch all of The Simpsons from the start. So I'm starting on, look at that shiny reflection. Starting on season 1, which is tough because they've got all the wrong voices. I don't know if it's the whole of season 1, which is wrong, but it's weird. Because they, you know what I mean. Oh God, I've never seen them in order though. I've watched them in order. So I'm a few in. Oh yeah, so I've got, under instruction from people on Twitter, I bought this because I don't have a telly or any sort of way of playing DVDs, and I've got a whole load of DVDs. So I didn't even know these existed, let alone were really old. I bought one of these. Oh, look at my cool lamp up there. Woo. just a cheap DVD player with a screen on it. So I think they're designed for kids to use in the back of cars. So now I don't know, I like the old schoolness of it. I like put my disc in, do that. I'm like, oh yes, I can watch now. Obviously the screen's not very big, but this is me who has watched up until recently, I've watched all my films on my phone. So, like, wow, it's such a large screen. I've been watching on this tablet now, which is pretty cool. So I watched all the Mandos the last couple of days, caught up with the Mandos, no spoilers. And was it caught up with the Mandos? I watched Wonderful Day in the Neighborhood last night, which was very nice. A bit sad. I thought I was supposed to feel good at the end, and I was just a bit sad. But it was a good film. Tom Hanks is ace. Yeah, DVDs are now the cheapest way to watch a film. Yeah, I thought now I've got this, DVDs are accessible again. You can go places where you can just get a million. And the streaming places just seem to be getting worse and worse. Got Netflix and Prime. I got rid of Now TV. And piggyback on someone's Disney Plus. There's just so much stuff that I either don't have or you got to pay extra. That's rubbish. Like my saga with the Mummy. So now I can watch. Yes. Oh yeah, DVD is cheaper than paying the stream from Prime. It is. Like, it's a really old, crappy film that you'd get for 50p at a charity shop, and it's there for $2.50. Like, what? Yeah, Mando's good. I'd probably go. I'm sure I've got other things to say, but danged if I can remember. But the summary is that it's been a wicked week. I've got cases. I have Xbox 360 for DVDs. YouTube's got really bad for adverts the last few weeks. I'm the only person in the world that pays for YouTube Premium. But not having the ads, because I listen to so much stuff as I'm going to sleep, and loads of what's it? Loads of sort of like meditation things, and I've had them where like, and you're just about drifting off, and then Raid Shadow Legend. You're like, no, what's that? So I do actually pay for YouTube Premium. But again, this is me who's mostly used my phone for everything recently. So being able to click off is pretty good. What else have got to do? Your Prime subscription isn't just letting you watch a single movie over and over again. You have it for 48 hours and that's it? I'm like, bloody hell. So I've paid loads to rent out a really old film. It's bizarre. So yes, it's been a good week. I'm obviously getting a lot better, just trying not to overdo it. I've caught up a lot. I've also made sure I've rested a lot, and I've had some help from some very good people. So thank you. If that's you, that is the best. They've really, really got me just in a position where I'm really happy. Like yesterday, I was so happy. So I'm going to come in on Monday and everything's just ready to go. Having boxes and minis just all over the floor was horrid, and then trying to work around it. So that's all done. So I'm so appreciative of the people I know that can just come in and go, right, Annie, let's get this sorted. That is ace. Yeah, that's it. So I'll be back next Sunday. I'm going to be in the office again next Saturday to get more and more. I wasn't looking at anything. I was looking at all the weird stuff in my eye. Yeah, I need to get that sorted. Yeah, I get torn with Prime because I loathe Amazon. I loathe the Bezos, but it's very handy for work to be able to get a small thing to arrive the next day. So I've got Prime for the delivery rather than the shows. But even if it's something like printer ink or paper, when I suddenly go, I've run out, and because I don't go to any shops, I know that it can come tomorrow, and that, the next day postage and all that. I don't sound like I'm advertising Amazon. Don't do it. Don't do it. Justifying my use of it. So it's handy for work, but I try not to. It's the sort of, if I need it in an emergency, I know at least it'll be there. So that's a bonus. Right, I will see you next week. So the plan for next week is to just get more caught up with more of the paperwork side of things. Orders are coming out same day. Even last week, I got most of them out the same day, whilst doing the catch up at the same time. Boom. Get yourself some Christmas orders in. Get yourself some orders in, just in general. And there's Greg. There he is. That's about it, I think. Yes. Goodbye. See you next week. Have a very good week and be jolly, or as close to jolly as you can imagine. Goodbye.